And we are rolling.
Come in.
How you guys doing today?
Hi. Great. How are you doing?
Good. Sam.
Carson. And good to see you.
Henry.
So, how was you guys' weekends?
You know, I had a fantastic weekend actually. How about yourself?
Love to hear it. Yeah, pretty good. Trying to enjoy this weather. Hopefully get out there today, tomorrow.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's been such beautiful weather lately. I've been loving it.
Maybe at the courses.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding.
If it was open,
Right.
I definitely would, yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, so me and Sam are here with Trackman today, and we're representing Trackman.
Alright, so we just got these for you guys. Sure. Okay. And then so inside, the second page just have a table of contents for you guys. So if you guys get lost. And then so from the last time that we talked, you guys stated that your needs were to kind of attract more tenants, keep up with the competitors, and then you kind of want something to market your apartment complex that appeals to a lot of people. So does that sound kind of like what we talked last time? And is there anything else that you guys might need to let us know about?
No, that seems about right, yeah.
Alright, so after that, then I'm going to have you guys flip to page 5, and Henry's going to tell you guys a little bit about who uses Trackman.
Yeah, so who is Trackman? I'm sure you guys are wondering. Well, we sell to the best professional athletes in golf, right? So we have 90 of the world's top 100 players use Trackman to help them better themselves in their game and keep up with the competition. We also have many large manufacturing who use Trackman, such as Callaway, Ping, TaylorMade, Wilson, and they all use these, all those companies use Trackman to improve their game. And we also sponsor NCAA schools such as Stanford, North Carolina, and University of Idaho. If you guys want to flip the page, if you don't have any questions on that so far, we can get into the simulator setup.
Page 6?
Yep, page 6. If you want to look at these pictures here, that's just kind of an example of what the simulator would look like. Obviously, we can adjust to your needs and room size to fit the Trackman wherever you guys seem fit. Does that sound good?
And we do have some recommended dimensions, but those are
Yep.
those are just recommendations. We're willing to kind of work with you guys on what you guys have available.
All right, sounds good. Perfect.
And then so for our simulator types, we have two simulator types. We have the Trackman 4 and the Trackman IO. So with the Trackman 4, it's going to be available indoors and outdoors. So you are going to be able to monitor your putting performance a little better with this one because you can move it around. And then you're going to be able to track 40 parameters to help you get the full data on your club. And so it's going to be starting at around $21,495 for that one. And we do have a patent on it as well, optically enhanced radar tracking. So that's going to help you improve your game as well. And then moving on to the IO version. So this one's going to be strictly for indoor use. It's going to hang from your ceiling. And it's still going to contain that tracking and performance data that we talked about with Trackman 4. And it's going to be priced around $13,995. And do you guys have any questions on either of those models right away?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about product software next.
Yep. So that kind of ties into the product itself. So here at Trackman, our software is just to analyze and grow your game. So you're going to be able to tell things like club speed, club path, face angle. It's also going to help you with your putting performance. We're one of the few simulators that have putting available. And it's also going to be able to tell you the impact location of the ball on your club, so it's going to be able to tell you where that ball is going. And then we do have a very interesting feature on our simulators as well. We have AI-powered teaching assistance that's going to help you with your game as well. It's going to give you some tips on your swing. So with the Trackman Golf Pro app, that's going to be the one that's going to give you all your data. So we have 3 apps, and the next one is the Trackman Camera, and that one's going to be the one that's going to have the AI in it. That's going to help you. It's going to take a video of your swing, and then it's going to give you some pointers on that. And then we have just the Trackman app that's going to be able to tell you like what courses you want to play and keep all your data in there and such. So, do you have any questions on software or anything?
What do you think? I mean, you're the decision maker, so what do you think about the software?
Yeah, I've never seen this specific software before. I
Yeah.
have used other simulators, but I've never seen this one. So you went a little high level, but is there a
Yeah.
chance you could just maybe get into the nitty gritty a little bit more? I know 3 apps.
Yeah,
Kind of sounds like a lot.
Yeah, the 3 apps, I get that can seem a little bit confusing at times, but, so I guess it matters, like, if you're more of an avid golfer and you wanna kind of get, like, grow your game and, like, get used to swinging the club a little bit better, more of the camera app and the TrackMan Golf Pro app is gonna help you do that, because that's gonna give you some metrics and that's gonna give you the tips. If you're just kind of looking for kind of just a fun day and just using the simulator, the TrackMan Golf one is probably gonna be the one for you, because that one's gonna give you some basic data, and that one's gonna be the one where you can look at some of the courses that you can play and things like that. And then the software, it's pretty important for the whole entire thing to kind of have the whole entire simulator run, because without all that software, you can't really tell where that ball is going, or it just helps the simulator run and essentially know what kind of shot you're hitting. So does that clear up your questions on software?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot to process at once, but
Yeah.
thanks for answering that.
Yeah. If you have any further questions, you can ask them.
Yep.
And then, so we just have a testimonial letter next, from Justin Thomas, a PGA Tour professional, and he just details kind of how he uses TrackMan to help his game. You guys can take a little second to read over that if you guys would like.
So just to kind of clarify, like you wanna put this TrackMan into Bolt,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Okay. So, and then with that, like what if someone doesn't have like a set of golf clubs with them?
Yeah, so we would supply those both right and left-handed for just an additional charge.
Additional charge?
Yep.
Okay, like on top of already paying for the simulator, it would be an additional charge?
Right, yeah, no, I understand that. I mean, obviously you make your money back, I'm sure. Once we get into later kind of the plans that we have set out for you, we'll get into more of that, but for now, yeah.
Sure, and then, I mean, like, so how do we stop someone from like stealing that? Like, we need someone to check that out, right?
Yep, so they check in and out every time they use the golf simulators.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I mean, that's kind of gonna be a little bit of work for me, because I mean, I'm the manager, so, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, like, it's your thought, but, I don't know, it seems like a little bit more work for me.
Yeah, it is kind of a lot to think about coming to right now, but I'm definitely up to learning more about it here.
Yeah, we can just kind of continue.
Let's go into the next testimonial here. So, we have the CEO of Titleist here, and just to highlight a few things that he said about our TrackMan. Cutting edge technology like TrackMan, it meets the highest standards of quality and excellence, right? And it has the ability to accurately replicate real world playing conditions in a controlled environment. So really getting that real life experience here with the TrackMan. And that's just highlighting some of the features from it.
Yeah, I think that's awesome, I mean, Titleist is a
Yeah.
massive brand, so getting that
Exactly.
representation from Titleist is super cool accomplishment for you guys, that's great.
Yep. And then, are we gonna move on?
Yeah.
Or do you guys have any further questions on testimonial number 2?
Not right.
Not on that part, yeah, but that is super great,
Yeah.
Titleist, yeah.
Yeah, so then, talking about Bluestone, I know you guys talked about needs, keeping up with your competitors, retaining, clients and stuff like that. So to highlight, look at the highlighting section here. This is what Bluestone has seen so far. Since installing this innovative amenity, Bluestone has experienced a remarkable 11% increase in tenant occupancy, which I'm sure you guys would also see. And then so number 2 here, beyond its recreational benefits, the golf simulator has become a focal point for social interaction and community building among residents. So you guys also would be able to foster a community of your own with TrackMan. If you ever have a meeting or anything you need to have, you guys could have it at the golf simulator, and it would be a fun way to, make a connection.
Sure.
So, any questions on that?
Yeah, so would this be like a reservation type deal, or just like?
Yeah, so they would have to reserve a spot
Okay.
before it's usually not walk-in.
Okay,
Right.
Okay, sure.
Yep, so, and they'll be able to do that all online.
Okay, so I mean, I guess my question is like, what if people book too much? Like, if Carson is a resident, for example, and he decides to just book it for the whole day?
Yeah, you guys can put a max on it for how many times and the amount of time frame that you have, a couple weeks in advance or whatnot. How you guys want to work, we can also help you there.
Yeah, typically, like when you have like a golf simulator at like an event or something like that, they charge you by the hour, so it would be like maybe like something like an hourly, or you could do maybe like by an hour and 30 minutes or something like that. So you guys can kind of just choose however long you guys want people to rent it out for, and
Yeah.
then just to make sure that everybody kind of gets their fair and equal thing, you guys could just set a limit on how many things you can book per day or like per week or however.
Sure. And then you kind of mentioned like helping us with that reservation system, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so like, is that something that you guys provide, or something that we have to work on together?
Yeah, we can definitely provide that in
Okay.
the app software.
Okay.
So there they have the course that you can play, and you can like look at the simulator and see whether it's open or not, and then you can book from there as
Okay.
well.
So does that kind of clear up?
Yeah, I
Sure,
mean,
in there?
I think it does. Of course, like, we just wouldn't want someone like hog the simulator, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially
absolutely.
if it's for all or residents.
Yeah, having that max
Yeah.
would definitely help.
Exactly, 100%.
Okay. So yeah, hopefully with that, we can swiftly move on to
Yeah.
some solutions we have for you guys to.
So I had some solutions, and I just want to talk about a little bit about the ROI and then the comparative cost benefit analysis. So with the ROI, so he talked about how you guys have a 11% in tenant increases, or I mean, Bluestone's, my bad, sorry. He talked about how they have an 11% increase. So along with that, they were able to retain 62 to 71% of their tenants. So they had an increase in tenant retention, and that was kind of due to the tenant satisfaction and wanting to renew their lease. And there was a survey that they all did, and it just showed that a lot of them liked the tenant, the amenities, and also they liked just the quality of the apartment in general. So that kind of ties back to you guys' like need of like keeping up with the competition. Like if you got this golf simulator, you would definitely also get some more tenants. So that's also one of you guys' needs, and probably one of the most big ones that you guys have is getting the tenants, and then kind of keeping up with the competition solves both of those needs that you guys stated earlier. And then for the solution 2, we just had, so if you guys had 15 tenants increase and $175 per tenant, for the track and 4, that would be about 9.4 months to recover. And then for the track and IO, which is the one that we recommend, which was the one that is up in the ceiling, that's about at 6.2 months for you guys to recover that from the increase in tenants. And then for the comparative cost benefit analysis, we looked at into what Bluestone has for their simulators, and they have the SkyTrack simulators. So theirs only has 15 courses, where ours has 285.
Oh, wow, 285.
Yep, and we have some tour venues on there, including some of the most popular ones like St. Andrews and Pebble Beach.
Also, these are like real.
Yeah, these are
courses.
real courses that you're gonna be playing,
Just
so,
to add, they also have the first golf course ever you can actually play.
yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Right.
Like the
Yeah.
very
The
first.
very first one.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
And then, so, moving on to, in the comparative benefit analysis, they only have a lifespan of 5 to 6 years, ours is about 10. And they just don't have that quality material and that brand recognition that we do. And they don't have the putting, which is kind of a big thing to get all facets of your game intact. And I know that we're a little bit on the higher price. I mean, some of the other simulators are a little bit less, but we tend to make quality products, and that's what we strive to do. So, with all that being said, do you guys have any further questions or concerns here?
Yeah, so, really liking the numbers. My only concern is Bluestone and Boulder, you know, they're obviously 2 different
Yeah.
apartment campuses.
Yeah.
So although they might have done well, I don't know if everybody in my buildings likes it. If 90% do, great, but otherwise, I have no idea that it's you worth our investment, we're gonna see the same return that Bluestone.
Yeah, I get that. You know, golf is kind of a growing game today too. You can see that it's getting more expensive, just by the amount of people that are starting to enjoy golf, and picking up something new is always good for people. So with that, but when you have that simulator, you're gonna be attracting some of those people that are maybe more for golf. If you market based on, because you guys are looking for something to market that can get to a wide range of people, correct?
Mhm.
So if you market off of this, you guys can market and try and maybe find those people that are enjoying golf. And those people will maybe be attracted to your apartment complex because of this golf simulator. If that sort of answers your question.
Yes, yeah, definitely helps.
And just to add too, college kids are looking at places to live right now, so it's a great time to kind of take this opportunity as well.
I mean, I think this is an interesting thing to talk about. I mean, again, it's ultimately your decision. I'm just the manager. Like, I think it might put a little bit more work on me, but at the end of the day, it's your decision. I think it's a decent product, but it's your thought process at the end of the day. Appreciate your picking up on Daniel. So, today it's kind of a lot to try and process, interpret, make a decision on whether this is something that's going to be beneficial for us. So I don't know if going ahead with any products right now is going to make sense for us. I was thinking maybe a follow-up meeting this summer.
Yeah, when would you want to do that this summer? When are you guys free?
Yeah, probably mid-July, leasing and move-ins start to slow down quite a bit, so.
Perfect, yeah, we'll catch in contact in July, and then we can bring you guys out and show you around our simulators as well, and show you how they work too, if that would work too.
Yeah,
Maybe
that would be
future
pretty
kid.
okay. Yeah, does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, definitely interested, just, I don't think right now it's really busy time for getting leases and
Yeah.
and doing maintenance on.
Yeah, no, that works, we'll be in contact in July, and then we'll get you guys another meeting set up here.
Hopefully we can make this work in the future, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for
meeting
your time.
with us.
Yeah.
No, thank you. You guys have a great rest of your day.
All right, take care.
Okay,